Hey guys, it's Potan. It's been a while since I made a new video, but I'm finally back and able to stream again. I made this video to explain to you guys why I haven't been streaming at all in the past month, what's been going on in my life, and what the goals are for the next streams, the upcoming videos, and all of that. I'm really excited for this new chapter, and there's a lot to talk about, but first, let's start out with how I was feeling and my mindset before the Korea trip. Before the Korea trip, my streams were actually doing pretty good. We had like 250 to 300 average viewers. We had slow but steady growth. It was pretty nice. I had peaked rank 16, and I was just feeling at the top of the world. But there was always this feeling like creeping on me, as if I always had to do more, grind more, play more, climb the ranks and everything, right? I wanted that breakthrough to becoming a bigger streamer, doing events, live streams, boom, 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 podcast, da, 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 right? And so what happened was that I ended up not taking care of myself at all. I already lived in an apartment which basically had no sunlight and no airflow, so that didn't really help much either. And at the time, I remember weighing in at 60 kilograms and my family mentioning how skinny I was. I wouldn't take care of myself, my hygiene, my studies. I was just purely focused on league, and streams. So I kind of got burnt out. I was playing worse, wasn't enjoying the game, and the pressure got to me. So I planned a trip to Korea as a sort of last hope to get it all back, that redemption, to salvage everything. But my trip to Korea just made things even worse. Yeah. Go next, man. Just go next. So, to plan a trip to Korea, I basically spent all the money I saved up working and streaming for a desperate attempt at making it. And the trip didn't go that well. I had a shitty apartment and would still barely eat. I was in one of the worst mental and physical states I had ever been in. And to the contrary of many other streamers, my viewership in Korea had actually gone down. I had a peak, but then my mood was so bad it pushed people away, which is entirely my fault and I understand. There were a lot of things that made it really hard for me to keep good mental in Korea. 1 week before the trip, durability patch dropped, which meant that suddenly there were tons of changes that happened, and as a Onetrick, I wasn't really prepared for them. The result, I ended Master Stranded LP, spent tons of money, and left feeling worse than I'd ever felt playing the game. Although, not everything was bad. My older brother, who's currently living in Japan, did end up visiting me while I was in Korea. So we spent a good week exploring and enjoying Korea, which definitely helped me appreciate the trip a bit more. So now we have what happened after Korea. So after Korea came TwitchCon, and TwitchCon was a ton of fun. I got to meet tons of streamers, play tons of games, and it left me feeling better, more motivated, and extremely pumped up to make more content and come back to streaming. Even though I did end up getting a temporary ban from Twitch. So after having left Korea, I also left the old apartment I had before, because like I said, there was really bad airflow, no sunlight, and it was just really expensive. So after having left the apartment, I had already discussed with my third oldest brother, who lives in France with me, that we were going to get an apartment together. So I started living with him in the meantime that he saves up to pay his share of the apartment. After a lot of apartment hunting and arguments between me and my brother, we both decided that it was better for us to live separately. So there was that. December 15th, I had to find a place to stay as fast as possible. And finding an apartment in Paris is really difficult, especially during the holidays. So I was going from friend's place to friend's place just to find a place to stay. And finally, after tons of apartment visits, a lot of ups and downs, I finally found my apartment. I'm so happy to have finally found a place to stay, so I can finally focus on myself as much as possible, going to the gym, streaming, and working on my studies at the same time. So now I want to explain to you guys what my upcoming goals are as a streamer. My goal as a streamer has always been to inspire and educate you guys, all while being funny and joking around. And that's what the streams are going to be about. A lot of educational content. You can expect tons of educational content that's going to come out on Fiora, so matchup guides and item guides. And then some very detailed guides on just top lane in general, all the macro, the mechanics, playing aggressive, and all that. I don't want to make the same mistakes I made before. So at the beginning, we're going to start pretty slow. I want to get back to streaming consistently, meaning at first, we're only going to get a few streams per week. Also, I'm a bit washed and I need to get back to the level of play I had before I went through this whole process in this huge break. So, the first goal is going to be to get used to the game on Fiora again, stay consistently challenger, and we'll see how far we can go in this meta. Then after that, I have an idea that I've been working on for a while, and honestly, I'm pretty excited about it. I'll be trying to get challenger in top lane without Fiora and in under a month, all while teaching you guys what I learned through this journey so we can both improve. There's also going to be a little twist that I can't announce just yet, but it's going to make the challenge really, really interesting. I have tons of ideas coming up, but like I said, I want to start slow at first, take it easy, and actually enjoy the content that I do so I don't end up burnt out like I did before. Eventually, I will try to get rank 1 in EU West again, and we will be going back to Korea to succeed where I had once failed. But that's the end of the video. So if you have any questions or just want to be part of the community and the journey, you can find my Twitch and Discord link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and as per usual, I hope you feel better now.